Hello friends, and welcome into the channel. Now if you're a solopreneur, if you're a business owner, if you're a content creator, or just somebody that's looking to build their personal brand and identity, then the one tool that you definitely need is a website. And so I found the cheapest and the easiest way to build a website with no coding skills, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. If this is your first time here, then what's up? My name is Paul, and on this channel we explore all the tools, books, and resources that are available to you to help you skill up and improve your life and business in this digital economy. Now, the one thing that this digital economy calls for is a website. Regardless of whether you're building a business, you're building a brand, even if you're out in the marketplace looking for a job, having a website is the best way that you could represent yourself and your brand. Now, websites have come a long way. Gone are the days where you needed to pay thousands of dollars to somebody who knew how to code that can help you build your website. With the technology that is available today, there are a lot of resources that are available and a lot of services that will allow you to do these drag and drop websites, and no coding skills are required. Over the years, I've built a lot of websites for people that I've been working with, whether it was doing some personal consultation or building some businesses of my own. And I've used a lot of them throughout the years, and every year they get better and better and better. But recently I stumbled across this one called Zyro. That's Z-Y-R-O. I'll have a link in the description down below so you can check this tool out. It is one of the easiest and the simplest drag and drop tools that I found available, and you cannot beat the price. So I figured I'd bring this to you guys, give you a quick tutorial on how you can use this to build your personal website. It's something that's quick and easy, and if you need some help, guys, make sure you reach out to me, let me know, and maybe I'll be able to help you out. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into Zyro. So first and foremost, of course, you have to go to Zyro.com. That's the website, and when you open it up, you'll see this page here. You can see here that it allows you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can page through it quickly. It gives you the different products, the website builder, online store. You can also register your domain. That's a whole different ballgame. We can talk about that in another video if you want, but you do have to have your domain name registered that you want to use. So here you get to choose your plan. You can scroll through the website and take a look at the differences on what you get, but for the most part, this basic website for $2.90 a month, if you pay up front, that's going to give you all the features that you need for your basic website, for your personal brand website. If you're selling some items, you want to sell a couple products, maybe some digital products, then of course you'd want to upgrade to either the business or the online store. And very few situations where you need the advanced store, but as you grow and as you build your business, that's something that you can look forward to, kind of upgrading. So let's go ahead and get started on this. So you're going to select a plan that you want to buy. I already have a plan, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign into my account, and then it's going to give you options on how to create your website. It does give you an AI website generator option. I wouldn't suggest that you use that. It also gives you the ability to start from scratch. If you're a little bit more advanced and you want total flexibility, then you can use that option. But for most of us who aren't experts on coding, website design is not our main gig, I would suggest that you choose a template, because a template is going to give you the ability to brainstorm some ideas, and it gives you full ability to customize it to give it the look and feel that you want. And so when you hit that, it's going to take you into all the templates, and it's going to give you some ideas. You should have some idea of what you want because you know your business. So if you're a photography business, it gives you some options to take a look at some photography templates, and you can scroll through and brainstorm. If you have a restaurant, then obviously you would want to take a look at some restaurant templates. Now, you don't necessarily have to use these for that particular purpose, but it helps get the juices flowing a little bit, gives you some ideas on what you want. For most of us, we're content creators, we're individuals, we're solopreneurs, we're just looking to build something to build our brand. I would recommend that you go with a resume or a portfolio type of template. So for the sake of this instructional, let's just choose a resume template. You can scroll through, see what they look like. And if you want to preview it, you would just click here to preview the website, and that'll give you an idea of what it would look like when you're done. It does give you the option to also scan what it may look like on tablets and what it may look like on cell phones as well, so you can get an idea on the look and feel before you start customizing it. It's best that you get the feel for this up front. It'll save you a lot of time at the end trying to customize it so it looks good on those different platforms. So once you're happy with it, you think this is going to work, there's a couple of things that you can start doing here. You start building. And when you start building, then it's going to take you into the website builder, and this is where all of the magic happens. So let it load up. It's going to give you the ability now to take that same template that we just looked at and give it your own look and feel. So let's just start over here in the left and go over these things. So this button here gives you the pages and navigation. This is going to show you which pages show up on your main menu, which is up here. Home, projects, and contact. You can see that's here. It also gives you the option to have some additional pages, but these are hidden from navigation. So it gives you the ability, if you want to add those, you can add those to the navigation by hitting show. And you can see when I hit that, it shows up in the navigation, and you can go back here and you can also hide it from the navigation bar. Okay, so that is that button there. The button that you're going to use most frequently is where you would add elements. So anything that you want to add to a web page, you would click here. So if you want to add text, you would hit this. It will give you a text box for you to add text. If you want to add an image, you would hit here, and it gives you the ability to add an image. And then you can go in there and change the image and add it. If you want to add a button, go in here, and again, it gives you the ability to add the button, and you can go in and you can edit the button. It gives you full customization. You can change the font, you can change the color, you can change the style, but these are your elements that you're going to add. So you click here, add element, it gives you social icons, gives you a subscribe element, an Instagram feed, it gives you a gallery. You can insert a video, and all you have to do here is click on to edit the video, and it's going to ask you for the link of the video that you want to add. You would just copy and paste it there. So if you're a YouTuber, you want to add your YouTube video, just take the YouTube video URL, put it in there, and it'll link to that video. So those are the options that you have. You start building out your website, decide on what you want. Do you want pictures? Do you want videos? Do you need to add images? Are you looking for some additional text? We're going to go ahead and delete all of those there. This is going to allow you the ability now to build out your fonts before you start even building the website. So this gives you some idea on the different text options that you have. It gives you an idea on the different colors that are available. You can choose particular color palettes that will automatically give you colors that go with one another if you want to do that. This gives you the ability to add a blog, and then this gives you the ability to add an online store. You can do the light store, which gives you one payment option, which is through Stripe, or if you want to do the online store with different payment gateways, you can choose this one. Again, in order to do any type of e-commerce through Zyro, you will need to upgrade your plan, and we won't talk about that, but that would be for some more advanced features. So those are the elements that you can add. These are the pages and the navigation that you can customize here. And so let's just go ahead and get into the thick of it. So first thing you have is your header, and your header is going to have typically some type of logo or your name, and you can customize your header by going up here. We are going to change our logo because we don't want Amanda Kerr up there, and so this gives you the option for a logo. You're going to replace your image, and then you're going to have to upload files. And this is where you should have all of your files already set up, ready to go. So we're going to add our logo here for Paul Milakeve. And you select it, and it's going to add it to the page. Then you can change your width if you want it bigger or if you want it smaller. Let's just keep that small for now. I like my header a little bit smaller there. Okay, you can change the style if you want. We're going to keep it as it is for now. Okay, so now you have your header, and again, these buttons here are the same that you'll see over here in the pages and navigation section. We'll keep these there for now as it is. You can edit the navigation by clicking here as well, and that shows you that button again. Okay, so now let's get into the thick of it. Obviously, this is not me. This is not what I look like. So I am going to want to change this. I am going to hit this and I'm going to change my image. I am going to replace the image with some type of image of myself. And let's choose me here. And you click open. It's going to then load that image into your database. And you would just select your image. And now it's going to show up big. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to fix this. So for that, you're going to do style and you can hit fit so it fits the image rather than filling up the whole space with it. All right, if there's an action, if you click on it, do you want it to go somewhere? We don't. So right now that's going to be nothing. But if you wanted to, you could have that image open up on a full screen, or you can have it go to some type of link. We are going to keep that as nothing for the time being. Okay, so now that we have my image added on here, we can go ahead and start building out some of the text. So the text can be a bit tricky because you want to make sure that you separate out the different text before you edit it. So you just want to make sure on this particular text, you want to highlight the text that you want to change. And this is going to be, instead of helping brand stand out, I want to say, I am Paul Milakeve. And then you're going to add, and you can just type over the text again. You just highlight it and say, my name is Paul Milakeve. I am a content creator and lifelong learner. That's it. Right, and then you have a button here. So the button you can change. I kind of like the orange with this dark blue. So I'm not going to change that, but you can if you wanted to. You could click here. You can choose your primary layout. You can change the color. So I'll just show you, for example, we wanted to change it to yellow. Let's do that, or keep it orange. I like the orange, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep that the same. And you can also change it so when you hover over it, it changes color. So let's just change the color to yellow for the hover. You can change the shape if you want to change the shape. I like the round button. I'm going to keep it as it is. You can also change the text on it as well. Again, I like it, but just for sake of argument, is to say we wanted to do prompt. So it'll show you it changed the font, right? So that's it. And then you're going to move down to the next section. Now, this next section that shows you my background, I don't like how small this shows. I like my headings to be real big. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to click on it and it's going to allow me to edit the text. Now the text is shown as it's a paragraph 2, and paragraph 2 by default is a 16 font. Let's go with a different heading. Let's go with a heading 3. Let's go with a heading 3. And I like that. I think that's a good size. I like the orange, but if I wanted to change the color, I could change the color here. And again, if I wanted to change the font, I could do that. But I don't like how this now is blurred with this. So there's two. I can either move this up, and you can see as you move that, it gives you these boxes. And it tells you that you want to keep it within that frame, because if you go outside of that, then when people view the website, it may format funny. And this is text in the middle. I like to have my text maybe a little bit more page wide. And I like the font already, so I don't need to change that. I just need to change what it says. So I'm just going to go up here, and I am going now type over. So I help. My purpose is to. I enjoy reviewing all the tools, books, and resources that got fat fingers today, guys. I can't type. Are available to you to help you skill up and improve your life and business in this digital economy. Stay tuned for the latest reviews and tips and tricks. My goodness, why can't I type it? Okay, and so we have our basics, and then my services. So again, this is whatever services, if you provide services. Again, we're going to change this to match the top, and what's easy here is we did a heading 4, I believe. Right, so we can go up here, we can see what we did. We edited the text, and this was a heading 3. So we want to make sure that this is the same. Edit text, we're going to make this a heading 3, so it's the same size. And then again, we're going to go ahead, and this time we're going to move this one down. And my services, we can keep that there. We're going to move that down. What can I do for you? And already I like that font, but if you didn't like it, if you wanted to move this out a little bit, you can take the whole block and you can move it out. And if you want to move that side out, you want to move this side out as well. And this is now gives you the ability to change your services. Let's move this font down. And you can see how when you move it, it gives you the blocks. So it can make sure that everything is simple and easy, and it kind of snaps into place to make sure that the alignment works well for you. And then check out my previous work. We're going to go ahead and again, let's change the background on this just to show you some customization, what that would look like. I'm going to change the image, replace the image, and we're going to go again to upload some of our images. And I don't know what's a good image that'll help me portray my work. Let's just take a look and let's add that one in there. You hit open, and again, it's going to bring it into your database. You select it, and it'll show up over here. And again, it's going to fill up the entire area. We don't want that. We want to fit it in there, and you hit fit, and bam, there it goes. Okay, this here is a testimonial. Now, I don't have a reference or any testimonials that I want to add to my website, so this to me does nothing for me. You can either change it, and you can make it something else. You can put in a quote. You can put in a picture of yourself again. But for me, let's just go ahead. We want to change this whole section. So you see, when I highlighted this, it shows section. It gives you the ability, you can add a section, or you could change the background to this section. So we can make this white if we wanted to make the background white. You can see what that looks like. Or if we wanted to make the background blue, you can see what that looks like. We can add an image to the background instead of just keeping it what it is. Let's just pick one from their database, and let's choose these flowers here. Add that to the page. If you wanted to do that, you can add it, and the entire section now will have that background. So it gives you a lot of different options. I don't like this. I don't want this at all. I want to delete the whole section. So I want to make sure that the section is highlighted, and I can just hit delete. Bam, it's going to change and delete that whole section. So now my work approach, again, we don't want this so small. We want to stick with our theme, so we're going to go, and it was a heading 3, and make sure that matches the heading. We are going to move this up to the top as we did with the others, and let's just balance this out a little bit. Now your buttons, we talked about this before. Your button, you can edit the button, you can do anything you want. You can change the style, you can change the color, you can change the layout. How you want it aligned, to the left, to the right, to the middle, right? And you can see if I was to stretch this out and make this box take up the full space, it's still going to stay in the middle because we selected the middle. But if we wanted to change the layout, we could make it go to the far left or make it go to the far right. We're going to keep it in the middle, and this is where you would link your contact us stuff. Get in touch. You would probably have this go to either a form or your website. And again, down here, you want to change this text, right? So this is going to be your name or your company name. And you're going to, again, maybe match what you did up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this text and bring that here to the bottom. And paste it. Bam. And I don't like how that shows, so maybe I just want to bring it up a little bit. Lifeline, learn, and one line. Okay. Contact, I don't like how it says contact here. I'm going to change this. I want to make this contact me. here, and you want to have your email, a telephone number, and this gives you the ability, if you want to, you would link this. You would make sure that you would link this to your email address, mail to, and you would just go ahead and put in your email address. So this is going to be paul@thelafoigroup.com. And you can save it. So when you click on that, that's where it's going to go. You definitely want to change the text itself. It's going to be paul@thelafoigroup.com. Go back in and make sure that the link is there. Click on the link, and it shows that is my email address. There you go. And then you can put in your telephone number here. Obviously, you want to make sure you know, 321-111-1111. Just put a false telephone number in there for now. And what you want to make sure you have on your footer is you probably want to add some social media icons. So you can go to your element. What's great about Zyro is that it has the social icons, and it'll show you here. Then you can edit that. So I'm going to make the style different because I don't like the color. It's going to make these white icons, and the layout, we're going to, let's do them vertically, and let's move this section over to the middle, and then we can bring these over, and you can again edit them, and you can change your layout. So let's just move them to the left, and then you're going to add your links. So you would add your social media links in here, and you can edit it or you can delete it, what have you, whatever social media networks you want to link to, and then bam, and then you're done. So you have your website, you have your basics, and then you would do the same thing for each page. So you go to your projects page, and the same thing, you would build that out the way that you want to build that out. What's going to remain the same is that you're going to have your header, and you're going to have your footer, and then you're going to build out the base of your page here. You go to your contact page, you can do the same thing. You can edit your text, you can change the look of this, and you see here this button is cut off. I don't like that, so let's change that. You can always bring your section height down to make your section bigger so you can see more of the field, and you can change your background on it. Let's change this to a yellow background just to keep it exciting. You can change the font. Again, we're going to change the text, and we're going to say, send me some good news. Send me something. There we go. Send me something. And it gives you a link to the form, so your forms you can edit as well. And there you have it. So one thing you always want to do when you're building your website before you go and publish it is you're going to make sure that you preview it. This is your web version, and you're going to preview it on your mobile version to make sure you like how it looks. And if you don't like how it looks, you can make changes here. So if you want to change this height, maybe that was a little too close. I'd like a little bit more white space. You can change that. You can move your image over if you wanted to move that. You can add a section if you wanted to add a section. I don't like it. I mean, maybe this. Maybe I want to make this kind of more center. So you can center your font. And keep that there. All right. And then you can go back and take a look at your web version again. Make sure everything's there that you like for your web version. And there you have it. And so if you want to see what it's going to look like, bam, hit preview, and this is the website. And then you can make modifications as you go along. So how you would check to make sure the links still work, then you can preview it. I'm going to click on this link and make sure it goes to my email. And so there you go. Once you have it and you can preview it, then you will be able to go in, and I did get the email box come up for me to send an email to myself on a different screen. I don't need to do that, so I'm going to cancel out of those. And maybe here I might want to decrease some of this white space. So let's just go and get out of preview mode, you go back to editor, you go back to your preview mode, and I don't like some of this white space here. So what I would do is, for me personally, I would go ahead and give me the ability to kill some of that white space and then move the section up. And again, you see how these boxes help you get everything aligned so you don't have too much white space. And for this, let's just move this up a little bit more. There you go. And now let's preview it. And you can see I have a lot less white space here, and that looks better. And then if I was going to go ahead and look at it on mobile, this is what it's going to look like on a phone. Pretty slick, pretty easy, not that complex. You just have to have a roadmap. Obviously, before you get started with this, you'd want to have your text written out. You want to know what you're going to say, and you want to have your images planned out so you know which images to put on there. And then you would go ahead and publish your website. Now, when you publish the website, it's going to walk you through the ability to connect it to a domain. So you can choose to either connect it to your own domain or keep a generic domain that Zyro will create for you. I would strongly suggest that you build your own domain, and you can reserve your domain name either through Zyro, or you can use any other service like GoDaddy or Wix or Namecheap. Whatever domain service you use, it's usually relatively cheap. You're looking at domains for maybe anywhere between $10 to $20 for a year. You would reserve the name, and then it is going to prompt you through how to link it to your own domain, and your website will be up and running within minutes. So that's it, guys. That is your preview to Zyro. It is what I found to be the cheapest and the easiest web building software out there on the market today. Hopefully you enjoyed that tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials, if you want to get more in depth on some of the tools and features of Zyro, to make sure you comment down below. If you want to go ahead, sign up, get your account started, there is an affiliate link. I'd appreciate if you use that link, because I do receive a small commission off of that, and it will help me continue to do what I do. If you enjoy this channel, if I helped you in any way, make sure you hit that like button, because it really goes a long way towards the YouTube algorithm to make sure my content gets out there for people to see it. If you want to follow me on a more intimate and personal level, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is down below. This will give you weekly insights to all of my fears, failures, my successes, my joys, give you updates on all of my projects, everything that I'm learning, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you're notified every time I update some new videos and give you some new tips and tricks. And guys, I appreciate you taking this journey with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this Zyro tutorial, and like I always say, until next time, this is your boy Paul. See ya.